Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Tattletales. Thank you for tuning us in today. I hope you're having a terrific day wherever you are. We're going to have one here, I can assure you, because here's the people who are going to give it to you. Winning money today for the Blue section, one of the great stars of MASH, Mr. Mike Farrell and his wife, Judy. Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
So nice to have you with us.
It's so nice to be here.
Thanks awfully for coming, Judy. How are you, love?
Fine, thank you.
That's good, thank you. Winning money today for the banana section from the Happy Days, Pat Morita and his wife, Yuki. Yuki, are you all ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, winning money today for the red section, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't a red, he's a Dodger. Mr. Steve Garvey and his wife, Cindy. Welcome to you both. I hope this is the only way you'll ever become a red, Steve. Stay a Dodger, won't you?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All the way. Let's change
Cindy,
it,
all set?
Ready to go.
Here we go. First question worth $150. It's for you ladies. What was that just popped on the board? Gee, looked like a lot of money just accidentally got flipped up there. All zeros. Here we go. Ladies, do you know as much about sex as your husband does? Think it over, ladies. Goodbye. Off they go, Mike. Well, you're up first, Mike. I can hardly wait to hear this, as a matter of fact.
Me too. I can hardly wait to figure out what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You know as much about sex.
Do you know as much about
Judy
sex
does?
as your husband does? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm supposed to tell you what she's going to say.
Yeah.
Right? She will say,
What will she say, Mike?
"Oh, boy, Bert."
I hope she doesn't say, "Oh,
No,
boy,
no.
Bert,"
No.
because...
No. She'll say,
That's not what we wanted to say.
yes, of course she'll say yes. She must. She's full. Yes, she knows. Absolutely, yes, she knows it.
Did you ever see somebody with a mind so made up? Well, yeah, like that.
She will. Certainly, she knows as much about sex as I do. Of course
She does, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
That's
Yeah,
not the way I
that's what
heard
she's
it,
gonna
Mike,
say,
but
Bert.
that's okay. Okay, you'll say...
That's what she's going to say, Bert.
Yes, is the answer.
Yes.
Here she comes now. Judy, do you know as much about sex as Mike does?
Of course I do.
That's what he said. She said, of course. He says, well, you're absolutely right.
Hate to tell you this, Mike, but I do.
Yeah. Must shatter his illusions, eh? Thank you, Judy. Pat, what will Yuki say?
I'm not too sure what she'd say. I think she would say that I learned more than she did, but she probably knows more, or as much as I do.
If you can figure that out, folks. He learned more, but she knows more. Okay. What is the answer?
Yeah, of course.
She knows
as much.
As much. Okay, I got it. The answer is
Otherwise,
yes,
I'm
then. Let's
doing
figure
something
out
alone out
before I
there.
get totally confused. Here we go. Yuki, do you know as much about sex as your husband does?
I think I know more, but I'm going to give this one to him. I think he knows more.
No, that's not what he said.
Pat, that's one of the few
He
subjects
said,
you know
yes,
anything
you
about.
did know as much as he did. Well, I think that's rather very flattering.
I don't know why she's lying.
The banana section ain't too choked up about it, but I think it's rather flattering for her to say that you know more, don't you? I think so. Steve, what will Cindy say?
Well, she reads more than I do. She wears pants too. She's gonna know as much as I do.
You think so, huh? I don't know where he was going there for a minute. She reads more. I don't know. Where does it say reading about sex?
Yeah, read.
You say, yes, she knows as much about sex as you do.
Yeah.
Okay, you're both teachers, right?
Both teachers.
Sure.
Michigan State.
Absolutely.
She graduated with a 3.95, and I graduated with went a lot. You know.
Yeah.
2.85.
I graduated with a couple of guys I knew. Okay.
Went to a lot of classes.
You'll say, yes. Here comes Cindy. Shh, shh, shh. Cindy, do you know as much about sex as your husband does?
Well, if he knows something I don't know, we're going to have to discuss this, but
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
That's right. That's what he said. Cindy and Steve, Judy and Mike. split the opening pot in half, and we shall return shortly to split a cake many more. Please come back. Don't go away.
This is a...
Hi, it's David Ruprecht here. Hey, you think you have holiday shopping to do? Tune in for Black Friday Frenzy on Buzzer. It's crazy, last-minute shopping at its best. Supermarket sweep and holiday shopping was never so crazy.
Buzzer's Black Friday Frenzy. Friday starting at 4, only on Buzzer.
Here we go. Second question coming up. This one worth $150 as well. Ladies, it's for you, and this is it. Ladies, you've invited a married couple over who are good friends for dinner. The husband phones to tell you they've had a fight and she's gone home to mother. You say, come to dinner anyway. He says, okay, but can I bring along a date? What do you say? Yes or no? Got it? They've had a big fight and she's gone home to mother. Come anyway. Can I bring a date? What do you say? Yes or no? Off you go, ladies. And we'll start with you, Pat. What would Yuki say in a case like that? Has it ever happened?
As long as the date was the mother, it'd probably be okay. She would probably say, come anyway.
She would? And
Sure.
bring the date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, the answer
I
is
wouldn't
yes.
say that, but she would say that.
Can I bring a date is the question. The answer is then yes.
Of course.
Okay. The answer is yes. Here she comes. Yuki, the question is, can I come along and bring a date? What would you say, yes or no?
Depending on how well I like the guy, I probably would let him bring the date.
That's right. That's what Pat said. See? Has it ever come up, Yuki?
Not yet, but I think we know somebody.
That could be coming up soon, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. Steve, what will Cindy say?
Well, as long as you didn't bring a prune, you know, I think there wouldn't be...
Bring a what? A prune?
Prune. I think, moving along, I think that Cindy would say that she... A
Quick,
prune.
quick.
A prune.
Steal,
as long
steal.
as you didn't bring a date, brought a prune. That she... She would say,
Steve,
I would
never
think she
go
would
back
say,
over it.
Never back to first base. We will go with her saying that, no, she wouldn't invite him
She'd say
over.
no. No, you can't come with the
it's,
date.
You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Public relations.
Yes, public relations. With your luck, it would be an umpire. Okay, you'll say, she'll say no. Here she comes. Cindy, the guy says, you say come anyway. He says, can I bring a date? What would you say, yes or no?
It's hard. I think it'd be too much of a strain. I don't think I could. If she was my friend, I'd have a hard time not bringing up her name. I'd say, no, let's do it later.
That's right. That's the answer. You know, now, you want to see something very interesting? Now mention the word date and see the reaction you get.
Well, you know, as long as you didn't bring a prune.
See?
Told you.
Oh, I tell you, you can get laughs here so easy. It's a snap, man.
Winning a little money in there.
Mike, what would Judy say? Don't try prune again. It probably won't work on the blue section. They've been called prunes before, as a matter of fact. No, true. But we didn't used to give fruit. Yeah, we used to. And then grapes and all that. Sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
Judy's very open-minded, very fair-minded. I think she would presume good taste on his part. I think she would say yes.
Oh, okay. She'll say, yes, come on over. Okay, how about Thursday? Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, here she comes now. Judy, he says, okay, I'll come over, but can I bring a date? What do you say, yes or no?
Yeah, creep, you can bring a date.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You're all right. We'll split that one 3 ways and we'll change places at halftime, gang. If you will step to the rear, we'll bring the ladies front and center. We shall return with the second half. Please come back with us. See you in a moment.
Right.
And that's the only... Hello! Here we go. Where are we? Oh, yes. We have just changed places after halftime. And this question is for you, fellas. And if you're ready, here we go. Men, you're driving along a deserted stretch of highway late at night. Suddenly, a beautiful young woman rushes out of the woods and signals for you to stop. She's totally naked. Would you stop? Think it over, fellas, and we'll get back to you now. Now, wait a minute here, folks. Could be a little tricky, right? Especially if the pavement is wet. I mean, you could throw yourself right through the windshield trying to get those brakes on, couldn't you? We'll start with you, Cindy. What would Steve do? I mean, there are implications here. Talk about public relations, folks.
Maybe that's why he keeps a spare blanket in the trunk.
No, now wait. She meant as he drives by,
Yeah,
he throws her the blanket.
Right. Just
Right. Wrap
No.
yourself up in that.
I think... Now, see, you didn't give any circumstances.
No,
right?
all I said, well, I thought I gave a few. The lady runs out of the woods.
I hope he's humanitarian and stops.
Yeah.
Let's say stop.
Right thing to do. I think that would be.
Am I in the car?
No, that's not on my card. It says alone. No, it says alone. No, it says alone, too. You're driving alone along the highway. Okay, you'll say he would stop, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, here he comes. There you are, in the middle of the night, driving through a deserted forest. Suddenly, on a lonely stretch of the highway, a woman rushes out of the woods, totally naked. Signals for you to stop. Would you stop, Steve?
I'd say I'd have that left foot on that brake so fast, and I would slam it on just for chivalry.
That's it.
I
You
gotta
got it.
stop.
Now, of course, you know, there are implications. Something that, you know, like that could easily be a trap of some sort. You never know.
Depends on whether Cindy was with me or not, too.
Yeah, well, no, you're alone. You're alone.
Oh.
Now, also, Mike is alone. Funny, it's going to happen to him, too. What would he do, Judy?
No question. He would stop.
He would?
Oh, he would stop if anything jumped out in front of him, but if a naked lady jumped out in front of him.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
No question.
All right, you'll say he'll stop. Is that the way it's worded?
He would
It says for you to
definitely
stop.
stop.
She's taught, would you stop? The answer is yes. Here he comes. Oh, you know another situation, don't you, Mike?
The situation? Oh, yes.
Yeah, how could you forget, huh? Driving along in the middle of the night, the woman runs out of the woods, she's naked, she signals for you to stop. Would you stop?
Of
Yes
course.
or
Yes.
no?
Sure.
Okay, you got it.
Why would I let her taste in clothes? Why would I let her taste in clothes change things?
Yes, right. You're absolutely right. Yuki Pat is driving along the road. He's alone. And the woman comes running
really
out.
not much to think about.
Really? I guess it seems to be that way, doesn't it, folks?
He's got to stop.
He's got to stop.
The male instinct will get him.
All right. Okay.
If he stops for cats, he's got to stop for naked ladies.
Yes, okay. Let's bring him on now. Here he comes. Hi there, Pat. How are you there? Driving along at night, all by your lonesome. Something distracts you as it comes running out of the woods to your right. What's that? He says. My goodness, it looks like a lady. It is a lady. She's naked. That lady's not got no clothes on. You immediately decide what to do. Will you stop the car, or will you not stop the car?
I would stop and then put it in reverse as quickly as I could and get her phone number.
Yes, of course, that's all you would do, and you're right. And you're absolutely right. You're all right. And we will split that 3 ways, and then we'll come back with our big question in just a moment. Won't you come back? There you are, driving down the highway at night. Suddenly, from out of your right eye, you see somebody coming along the road. They are not wearing any clothes.
Catch unlucky sweepers returning on Supermarket Sweep Redemption Week specials. Buzzer's Black Friday Frenzy. Friday starting at 4, only on Buzzer.
Here we go. We have some extra time, so we're going to play an extra question. This one will be worth $150. Then we'll get to the $300 question. More money today, okay? Here we go, fellas. Hold it. Don't use up our time. Men, which one of you has more trouble dragging the other away from the television set to do something else? You or your wife? I'll say it again because there's a tricky part of it. Which one of you has more trouble dragging the other one away from the television set to do something else? We're not saying what that is, of course. Which one has more trouble, you or your wife? Think it over, fellas, and off you go. And we'll start with you, Judy.
Mike has more trouble dragging me away from the television set.
Are you a television addict?
No, not that much, but if I'm watching something I'm interested in, I don't want to go away until it's over.
I understand. I understand perfectly. He will have more trouble then, right?
Dragging me away.
Dragging you away. Okay, here he comes. Mike, which one of you has more trouble dragging the other one away from the television set to do something else?
Neither of us watch much television. I would have to say I have more trouble dragging Judy away.
That's the one. You're right. That's the one who was supposed to have had the most trouble. When you're hot, you're hot. Yeah. Yuki, what will Pat say?
I think that Pat, because he is very limited in his his vision is very limited when he's concentrating. So I think I would have more trouble dragging him away.
You'd be the one with the most trouble dragging him away to do something else. Here he comes. Pat, which one of you would have more trouble dragging the other way from the television set to do something else?
I don't get to watch too much television anymore. But when I do, she would probably have a devil of a time taking me away.
That's it. You got it. Everybody's so perfect. Boy, oh boy. You're all making it look awfully easy. You know that. Cindy, what will Steve do? What will he say?
He plays 162 games during a baseball season, and he watches just as much during the off-season, football, hockey, whatever. I'd say I have more trouble dragging him away.
Okay. Here he comes. Don't say a word now. Here comes Steve. Steve, which one of you has more trouble dragging the other one away from the television set to do something else?
We're both very poor TV watchers, but usually when she wants to go someplace, it always seems like I'm watching a football game or something, and she's dragging me. So it takes more times than less. She's dragging me away from the TV.
That's the one. You got it. Everybody got that. That was a snap for you. We'll split that 3 ways. All right. All right, Smarties. Since we had extra time, this is the $300 question, and this will decide it, and obviously anyone can still win. Here we go, fellas. Men, which are you more likely to do? Good question. Congratulate yourself when things go right, or blame yourself when things go wrong? Okay, two-edged sword there. Think that one over, and we'll find out in a moment, won't we? And we'll start with Yuki.
I like to think that Pat doesn't brood too long, so I think he would tend to congratulate himself when things go right.
More than the other?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. That's fine. Let's bring him on. Here he comes. Pat, which are you more likely to do? Congratulate yourself when things go right, or blame yourself when things go wrong?
Is this English language? Yeah. Okay.
Shall I say it again?
No, I got the question. That's a very hard question. But since I have Yuki by my side to do one side of it for me, I probably would have a tendency to pat myself on the back.
That's it. You got it. Hard question. That's hard, I think. All right. That's beautiful. You have a share of the $300, Pat. Cindy, what will Steve say?
There are so many ups and downs in his way of life. If he, like Yuki said, was to dwell on the negative, it wouldn't be very healthy. So I think he would congratulate himself when things go right.
Right. And that's good reasoning too, because
but it's probably wrong.
Why get down? Yeah, good reasoning, but wrong maybe. Why get down on yourself? Except the 300 hitter doesn't get down on himself very much. All right, you will say he will more likely congratulate himself when things go right.
He's a positive person.
All right, here he comes now. Steve, what's the answer? Now, which are you more likely to do? Congratulate yourself when things are going right, or blame yourself when things are going wrong?
Bert, this is very tough because this is a lot of times a very personal thing. And playing professional sports, I know I have a tendency to take the good for granted, and it's just something that I do. But if we lose, I really feel bad, and I feel it's my part. So I think that I'm the guy that, takes the blame for everything.
No, that's not what Cindy said. See, that's what makes ball games, Steve. You win, you lose. Now you just lost, or you're blaming yourself, sir?
I did it, Cindy. You didn't have it.
How are you handling it now? That's what we want to know. Sorry about that, Steve. Well, this will decide it, won't it? This is for the game. Judy, what will Mike say in this case?
Oh, this really is hard.
Yep.
Although he's a very positive person, he also has such a conscience that I think he would blame himself when things go wrong.
More likely than to congratulate himself when things go right.
I think so. That's hard, but I think so.
Okay, all right. This is it. Here he comes. Mike, I do not want to put you under any pressure. You understand?
Oh, thank you very much.
But of course, if you get this right, you will win.
I
if
see.
you get this wrong, Yuki
Zip.
and Pat will win. Okay? At this moment, the Blues and the Bananas are on the edge of their chairs. Which are you more likely to do? Congratulate yourself when things go right, or blame yourself when things go wrong?
That's a tough question.
That's probably why we
yes,
asked it, Mike.
Yes, indeed. I'm a great worrier, but I try to keep a positive face on things. I think I'm more likely to congratulate myself.
No, that's not what Judy said. Which means Yuki and Pat get the whole $300 and they win it for the Bananas. A come-from-behind victory for the Banana section. We'll come back in a moment and let you know how much they've won. They're mildly happy about it, too.
Attention.
Well, coming from behind, the Bananas with Yuki and Pat have done it. They won $450. We had 1,450 big ones. Thank you, everybody. You were all terrific. I mean it. And thank you, too, for watching us on Title Tales. Bert Convy saying so long, everybody. See you next time.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Codman production.